morning. It was a rough, cold night. The wind stayed up strong pretty much the whole night. That freezing rain, sleet, snow continued for the whole night, and the wind kicked up pretty fierce at sometimes. So it was a rough run, and it was Bill's first night spent in the cold. How'd your sleep go?
Off and on. It was a bit chilly. My toes and my legs were cold.
Yeah.
But I slept. So.
That's something. We were in bed for a total of almost 12 hours, so
Yeah.
That's something. There's surely some sleep in there. But anyways, we're going to fight with the fire and try and get it going nice and hot, get some coffee and some bacon and eggs on. And then we're going to spend today getting some more firewood and better kindling and all that, so that we can just have a huge fire all night tonight pretty much.
Almost.
Hey, that's pretty good. Not that low. Good job, dude. Eggs got a little bit frozen, eh, bud? But it's gonna work out. We've got a strategy, as you can see. We're getting our coffee in us. We're gonna eat 6 eggs. I think 2 pounds of bacon, is it?
2 pounds.
2 pounds of bacon, which is great. 2 pounds of bacon. Unreal. Things are finally starting to look up. We're trying to get our camp kind of organized. We hung up a makeshift clothesline here quickly to dry Bill's pants out by the heat of the fire. We'll string up a nice clothesline, probably behind me somewhere, to hang our sleeping bags and stuff for the day, so that the sun can dry those out before we go to bed tonight. But it's looking up. It's gonna be a good day, bud. Don't worry. Having the sun out is making a huge difference. It's still bitter cold. It's probably, I don't know, what do you think, minus 13 or 14 maybe?
Minus 40 at least.
It's at least minus 40 in whiteout conditions. But this is such a nice break from the ice rain. If you guys have never winter camped in ice rain, I don't recommend you do it, because honestly, it sucked. But right now, having been fed, having had coffee, it definitely feels better. And you start to appreciate just the beauty of what's around you. Good. Don't lose the TP. Well, the thick part is nice. Oh, actually, it's pretty good. Wave. Hello, hurry now.
Fairly good.
You?
Not so bad.
That guy likes his toys.
You're gonna have to get over that.
I'm gonna leave it in this video,
Does it bother you?
and then you can send it to him.
Oh, you're filming yourself right now?
Yeah. Heaven forbid you bring like an axe and a saw into the bush to make fire. That's just unheard of. I should just live in the city.
We're so remote that I found myself taping those people walking by.
Oh man.
As a rare sighting.
We're like, holy crap, people. I hung my sleeping bag up, which this is a down sleeping bag. This is the Marmot Never Summer. It's a -18 down bag. It's very warm. I really like it. I just brought it out to dry just because around the face there, up around the hood where your breath is you know, it kind of condenses and gets a bit wet. So I brought it out to air out and dry for the day. Put it back in tonight and it should be nice and dry and it'll keep me toasty warm again. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Really good. So we've been cutting a ton of firewood, and that whole sled is full of kindling and some good small stuff that we can use. Bill grabbed that from a downed birch over there, and there's some other wood mixed in with it too. And we've got all this here ready to go. So we're gonna have a nice big bonfire tonight. We saw 4 people walking out the trail, and then 2 other guys followed behind. And we hollered down and said hi, and they said, "Were you guys able to get fire going?" And we said, yeah, we were last night, and they weren't able to get any fire going last night.
Cold night.
That would have been a very cold and, wow, horrible night. So it does go to show how, yeah, it was tough going for sure. We had to fight with ours for like...
It was discouraging.
Yeah, it was discouraging. It was tough. It was
and
exposed.
smoky.
And
Very
smoky and very exposed to the freezing rain and that. But we got it going. It was enough to warm us up and to cook our steaks and boil water and... yeah, so we were thankful for that. And then Bill got one going this morning without too much of an issue. So
used our first fire starter, so last night we didn't use a fire starter.
Yeah, we used birch bark and egg cartons last night.
The bad news is we're down to 1 lighter.
We're down to 1 lighter. That's all we got now. Oh well, we got 1 fire left to go, and that's tonight. So yeah. Anyways, it's a good day. I think we'll hike down to the lake again, maybe grab some more birch bark and stuff, and yeah, now we can finally relax a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're following the trail towards Gascois Lake again, and thankfully those guys walking through this morning packed it down a little bit for us with their sled, but we still brought our snowshoes because getting down from our hill that we're camped on, there's a ton of snow, so it made it a lot easier. Just in case Bill falls, I gotta get this on camera. Look at this guy, what a machine. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna throw this to you.
Yeah.
You know what? Not so bad.
Not so bad.
It actually was easier than I thought.
What are we doing there, Petrie?
Well, we got to get our fire going once because we came back from our hike 3 kilometers back. So we hiked about 6K today, which was good. And now we are dying to get a fire going because we are cold and we've got tons of wood and we cannot wait to just have a nice, relaxing fire. Let's do this.
So we collected some of the bark there on the journey home.
Yes.
And then all our other stuff. We're very well equipped. For once the smoke's coming the right way.
That's crazy. So much easier than last night.
So much. This is great.
We're gonna have another meal of steak and potatoes. Just what we need. This fire is pumping out some really good heat. Bill fabricated this little drying rack here. It's working wonderfully. Boot liners, socks, layers, gloves, long johns. Attaboy, Bill. It is minus 15 degrees right now. Celsius on the left-hand side, minus 15. Yeah. At least we're not dealing with the freezing rain that we were last night. That's really good, and the wind is just a little slight breeze right now. It's good. Last night the smoke was very hard to deal with because the wind was going crazy, and we're kind of up in these rolling hills here. And so the smoke just went whatever direction the wind decided to turn at that moment. So it's a enjoyable fire tonight. Really good morale booster. Good morning. It is 10 to 9 in the morning. It's our third day here. We had a decent sleep last night. It was a very quiet and still night compared to the first night because there was no freezing rain. Oh, and I slept with a water bottle with hot water in it in my sleeping bag, and it was really, really nice. I can really say that that works. It works awesome. It keeps you warm. Yeah.
Yep. What?
Oh, camp is coming down. It's never a fun thing. It's time to go home. It's a beautiful day. It is kind of snowy right now, but still, it's so peaceful and so quiet. We heard wolves last night, and Bill heard them this morning. Last night we were just sitting by the fire. Just after we got back from our hike, we got our fire going, and we heard one howl, and then a little bit later another one howled, and then two of them started going back to back. It was really cool hearing one start and then hearing another one join in. It was really a cool experience. That's never happened to either one of us. We've never heard wolves in the wild before, so it was really cool. All right, we're gonna get packed up, and we're gonna find a good place to eat on the way home, like a nice brew house or something with a good burger, some good beer, and coffee. That'd be really nice. Okay, enough dicking around. Let's go. Tidbit frosty.
Making our descent.
Oh! Okay. Oh! Just ride it down.
Well, there's that.
We're almost there.
I think after a bit, run. Sorry.
Okay, we've made it back to the fork in the trail. That's towards Gascois Lake where we were, and that's towards Maple Leaf Lake to the left, which goes to the northwest. And as you can see, nobody has used that. I'm not sure what the reason is. I do think there's some kind of more hilly areas over that way that maybe it's a little more difficult, and more people just tend to go this way because of the ease of the path. And coming back, it wasn't too bad. It's mostly just a gradual downhill, so that was very nice. When we came in 2 days ago, this was free flowing.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was.
Thin layer of ice over it now. Back there, we saw moose tracks and we saw deer tracks. Not far from each other, but there wasn't much snow in the tracks at all, so it looks like they would have crossed early this morning or something. So, very cool. We heard wolves howl, saw moose tracks and deer tracks. Saw one person going in this morning. We're heading out. Yeah, it's been good. Really good. Okay, we got back to the truck. And yeah, we got a little bit of snow during our time out there. Goodness. Lots of snow. That's what we were winter camping in. It didn't really feel like that up in the bush there, but anyway. Okay, we made it back to the trailhead, and then we drove up here to the west gate where we got our permit, and there's bathrooms and stuff here, which is really nice, so you can bring a change of clothes and get into some warm and dry clothes, which is really nice. So we did some Googling around, and we discovered that we're going to go to Sawdust City Brewing Company in Gravenhurst, Ontario, which is maybe an hour from here or something like that. So yeah, we're going to get some good beer and some good food and get warmed up and replenished for our drive home.
Sounds good. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. It was an amazing trip. So yeah, would you winter camp again, Bill?
Yes, but it was tough, so I wouldn't do it anytime soon.
No.
I need to lick my wounds. But it was tough.
I don't blame you. It is tough going for sure. There was probably 6-8 inches of snow and ice on the truck. We couldn't get the tailgate open. Had to scrape it all off, and I'm glad we got out because there was a lot of snow all around us. But it was an adventure, really, for sure. It was a wonderful time. It was great to do it with Bill, my brother, my cousin, whatever. But my best friend in the whole world. It's true. And anyways, yeah, it was an awesome experience. So hope you guys enjoyed the videos, and we'll check in with you on the next one. At the end of our adventure, Bill and I fully rewarded ourselves. We spent a relaxing and warm afternoon enjoying good food, good conversation, and some great craft brews. We relived all of our highs and lows from our time spent in the wilderness. The absolute beauty, solitude, and serenity of this special place, especially in the cold winter, stands out as one of the biggest highlights for each of us. Sharing a winter camping experience with a close friend or on your own can be a very challenging and difficult endeavor sometimes. It can be a lot of work, and it can be grueling and exhausting. The simplest things can seem to take twice as much effort. If you are willing to put in the time and the effort, and if you don't mind sweating a bit, the experience you'll have will be fulfilling, rewarding, and it will honestly create memories that will last you a lifetime. You will look back on your experience, and you will have absolutely no regrets, and you'll find yourself counting down the days until your next winter camping adventure. I thank each of you so much for watching. I'm glad you came along with Bill and I hope we made you laugh a bit along the way. Stay tuned for more winter camping adventures and more laughs coming soon.